Mr. Goldstein, to our show.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you.
Thank you.
And we have a lot of questions.
Well, I'll try to answer.
First of all, tell us about your professional background.
Well, I've been practicing immigration law for more than 20 years, and I have founded an immigration law firm called Goldstein Immigration Lawyers. And our objective, what we try to do, is help people get unstuck so they can reach their immigration goals. Sometimes people are stuck because their cases are actually stuck, right?
Yeah.
They're just not being processed. This is what happens to a lot of people in the Persian community. Other times, people are stuck because they are not in a good place mentally, or they're scared about immigration, or they're maybe overconfident so that they don't prepare. So a lot of problems come up, and what we try to do is help people reach their immigration goals, whether it's getting the visa that connects them to the United States, to their job opportunities, to their families, whatever it is. We try to help them with that. And we have about 7 attorneys at my law firm. We have about 60, a staff of about 60, and we're based here in Los Angeles. We also have an office on the East Coast in Boston. And we help people from all over the country and around the world. But what I'm particularly interested in doing is helping people in the Persian community who may find their cases are being treated unfairly, not being processed. And that's what I'm super passionate about.
Great, and I think we need this a lot, because unfortunately we have this problem in Iranian community. دوستان همطور که شنیدید ایشون بیش از 20 سال تجربه دارن در کار خودشون، وکیل امور مهاجرت هستن و کمک میکنن به کسانی که در پروسس گرفتن ویزا، البته عرض کردم غیر توریستی، ویزاهای مثلا تحصیلی، ویزاهای تحقیقی یا کار یا اقامت موقت برای گرفتن گرین کارت یا تابعیت یا غیره هستن، کمک میکنن که اگر به مشکلی برخورد کردن این مشکل رو حل کنند. تلفن تماس با آقای جاشوا گلدستین هست 213 319 58 74 213 319 5874. مشاوره با آقای گلدستین رایگان هست و میتونید تماس بگیرید. آدرس وبسایتشون josh.law josh.law and you have the email that they can contact you.
That's right. So my email address is josh, Josh, at jgoldlaw.com, jgoldlaw.com. And if anyone needs help with an immigration case, you can call our office and you can schedule a free case evaluation. This is something that we offer to people in the Persian community and to others who are needing help. And they can also email me with details of their situation, and we'll do our very best to try to give them really honest advice. Before I came on, I was talking with a member of your staff, and she said to me, I hired an immigration lawyer. I paid the immigration lawyer some money, and then nothing's happening. And very disappointed.
We have a lot of cases like that, let me tell you that.
Right. And my goal is to be incredibly useful to people. So if someone hires me and they pay me money to provide a service, I want this to be the best decision of their life, something that's incredibly valuable and important. I never want anyone to say about me and my firm what she said about her lawyer. I paid the lawyer some money, nothing. I didn't get anything. I didn't get any work. I hate that.
You know, I can see the honesty in even in your face. I'm sure that you do your best for your clients, and our community, Iranian people, really need help toward this thing. And I want to ask you a question.
Sure.
With what is going on in Iran these days, as you know, people are protesting against the government. Have any changes been made in immigration offices in US to make getting visas easier, or for Iranian, or they are more cautious about giving visa to Iranian people?
Well, The short answer to your question is it's definitely not getting easier.
Not
But let me
getting easier.
explain. When Trump was in office, he was no friend to the Iranian people, right?
Mhm.
He tried to shut down all immigration from Iran and other Muslim countries.
Mhm.
When Biden was elected president, I was very optimistic that this would change because we have a new administration that was very much opposed to President Trump. But so far, we've seen no improvement.
Mhm.
People whose visas were not getting processed in Yerevan, Abu Dhabi, and Ankara under Trump are still waiting. And
Mhm.
that's where we come in and we can provide value, because this is a service that we offer to the community where we take cases that are stuck, they're just not getting processed, and we can take action and help people. And as you know, the conditions in Iran right now are extremely challenging. People's mothers, their children, their husbands, their wives, they're all stuck waiting and waiting and waiting, and nothing is moving, and it's so frustrating.
Yes, that's true. دوستان، آقای جاشوا گولدستین وکیل امور مهاجرت هستند. اگر در زمینه دریافت ویزاهای غیر توریستی مثل ویزای تحصیلی، نامزدی، تحقیقی، ویزای کار یا ویزای اقامت موقت، دریافت سیتیزنشیپ یا گرین کارت دچار اشکال شدید، ایشون میتونن مشکلات شما رو حل کنن و شما رو به نتیجه خودتون در این زمینه برسونن. تلفن تماس 213 319 58 74 213 319 58 74. آدرس وبسایت josh.law مشاوره رایگان هست و آدرس ایمیلشون josh@jgoldlaw.com josh@jgoldlaw.com آدرس ایمیلشون هست که میتونید ایمیل بفرستید از این طریق به ایشون. Josh, can you please talk about some of the immigration issues that are important to the Persian community?
Well, I think the key issue that, as I said earlier, are cases that deserve to be processed that are not. Let me give you an example. Someone has been waiting for years for their visa interview to get the visa that they deserve. They've hired a lawyer, they filled out all the forms, they paid all the fees, they submitted all the documents. They've done everything that the law requires. They go to the interview, and instead of getting the visa that they deserve, they're told that their visa is put on hold for mysterious reasons.
Mm-hmm.
And they just have to wait and wait and wait. And sometimes this is cleared up after a few weeks, but sometimes it isn't. Sometimes the weeks turn into months, and the months even turn into years. We've talked to people who've been waiting for years for their visa. They've already had their interview. Everything is done. The cases are just not being processed. That's the particular concern that I think people in the community have, are with frustrating, unfair, unreasonable delays.
همونطور که شنیدید آقای گلدستین اشاره کردن که خیلی ها فرمشون رو پر میکنن، پولشو میپردازن، همه کاراشون رو انجام میدن، پرونده تشکیل میشه ولی هی منتظر میشن، ماه‌ها و گاهی اوقات به سال و چند سال کشیده میشه ولی جوابی نمیگیرن. اینه که اینجا هست که آقای گلدستین و همکارانشون میتونن به شما کمک کنن تا بتونید گرین کارت یا سیتیزنشیپ یا ویزاهای مختلف غیر از ویزای توریستی رو دریافت کنید. تلفن تماس با آقای جاشوا گلدستین 213 319 58 74 هست. 213 319 58 74. آدرس وبسایت josh.law و آدرس ایمیل ایشون josh@jgoldlaw.com.
And one thing I always say, thank you. One thing I always say when people send me an email in the subject line, I always like when they put no more waiting.
Mm-hmm. No more waiting.
And if they do that, it gets my immediate attention, and I understand exactly what they need help with, and we can immediately jump to action.
Thank you. اشاره کردن به اینکه وقتی ایمیل میفرستید توی اون سابجکتش بزنید no more waiting و ایشون میدونن که موضوع شما چه خواهد بود در این مورد به خصوصه و حتما به زودی با شما تماس میگیرند و از اونجا پرونده رو پیش خواهید برد. Can people get help from you even for applying for visa at the beginning, or they have to wait to get a problem to contact your office?
So today I've been speaking with a lot of passion about helping people who are victims of these horrible delays.
Mhm.
But I don't want to overlook people who just may need help applying for green cards and visas. So our firm is a full service immigration law firm. We help people who are celebrities, professional athletes, people who've gotten married and want to apply for their spouses, for their parents.
From the beginning?
From the beginning,
Oh,
of course.
great, great. Because they can do it in a right way. So they don't make any mistake and then you have to correct it or anything. So you help them to start it from
Absolutely. We help people apply for all sorts of immigration benefits, citizenship, green cards, visas, whatever someone needs. And whenever we take on a case from the beginning or at any other point, we're always very careful about what we promise people. We give them realistic expectations about what to expect, about how long things take. And, you know, if you're a lawyer and you promise someone the stars and the moon and you can't deliver on what you promise, people get upset. And so we're very careful about what we say. If something's going to take 2 years, we tell people up front, this is going to take a long time. And at least they know that from the get-go.
And when you say a case is delayed, when a case is delayed 1 month, 1 year, how can we tell if it's delayed or it's the time that it takes to do these things?
That's a great question. The U.S. immigration system is absurd. It's ridiculous. So that's one basic idea. But when someone hires us and we can take legal action to help them get approved, we're looking for cases that are what we call unreasonably delayed. But as you asked, how long is too long? What should it take? We had a case that was delayed and it had taken 18 years to get processed. 18 years. We call that the retirement visa. Because if you apply for your brother or sister, maybe they can retire in the U.S. Now, about 14 of those years were just because of the way the immigration system works. This is how it was designed, that it would take 14 years. That alone is ridiculous, but there's nothing we could do about that yet. Once the person had their interview after 14 years, they should have been approved. So between the 14 years and when it was approved, the four extra years was the unreasonable part. So to answer your question another way, we have to look at the facts of the case. That's why we offer a free case evaluation where people can tell us the story of what's going on and we can look at it to tell them whether or not it's something we can help with.
Can you tell us what exactly you do to solve the problem? I mean,
Sure.
When this is a rule, policy for immigration office, what do you tell them to change their policy or the way they are acting something to a case for someone who needs a visa?
So when a case is unreasonably delayed, how do we get that approved? Well, we go to court and we sue the government. Now, obviously, nobody wants to sue the government. This is something that people are scared of. Nobody wants to do that. The reason that they go forward and they allow us to help them by suing the government is because they're so frustrated and disappointed that they have no other option. And the reason that we sue the government is that the government, the immigration system, has a legal obligation to process immigration cases within a reasonable period of time. And if you think about it, not only is that the law, but it's also common sense. You apply for your mother, you pay the fee, you fill out all the forms. Surely they owe you a decision at some point. They can't just make you wait for forever. And once we have gone to court and we've filed the lawsuit, we can get the result that people want. It's a tool that helps people reach their goals.
همونطور که شنیدید ایشون توضیح دادن که وظیفه اداره مهاجرت اینه که به کار شما رسیدگی کنه، پرونده رو پیگیری کنه و اگر در انجام این کار قصور کنند ما میتونیم از دولت شکایت کنیم. این کاریه که دفتر آقای جاشوا گولدستین انجام میده که وکیل امور مهاجرت هستن. اگر اداره مهاجرت به پرونده شما به درستی رسیدگی نکرده و قصور کرده، کوتاهی کرده، کارشو درست انجام نمیده، اینا شکایت میکنن ازش و اونجوریه که شما به حق خودتون میرسید. این قانون آمریکاست و اجازه داری از خود دولت هم شکایت کنی. تلفن تماس با آقای جاشوا گلدستین 213 319 58 74 213 319 58 74. مشاوره با آقای جاشوا گلدستین رایگان هست دوستان. آدرس وبسایتشون josh.law و آدرس ایمیل josh@jgoldlaw.com. توی سابجکتش میزنید no more raiding و میدونن که موضوع شما چیه، راجع به امیگریشن و ویزاست و از همزبانان ما هستید و فوراً بهش رسیدگی میکنن. We have only 2 minutes. If you have something for conclusion of the show, please.
I think my message to everyone would be this. If you're waiting for something to happen with your case, you need to stop waiting and take action, because waiting usually leads to more waiting. It doesn't solve your problem. And we don't know what the future holds. We have a new Congress coming in. There could be changes, and things are never getting easier for people. And the best time to take action on your case is right away. And we're ready to help you or try our best to find a solution for you now.
توصیه آقای گلدستین اینه که اگر در پرونده‌ای هستید و منتظرید که به نتیجه برسه، بیش از این منتظر نشید. همینطوری هی انتظار وقتیه که داره تلف میشه. حتی اگر در نامه‌ای که رسیده برای شما میاد میگن این مدت منتظر بشید، در بعضی موارد نباید منتظر بشید. پس یه مشورتی حتما داشته باشید با آقای جاشوا گلدستین که وکیل امور مهاجرت هستن که بتونن به شما کمک کنن و میگن که با عوض شدن نمایندگان کنگره هم ممکنه خب یه تغییراتی بشه، پس بهتره هر چه زودتر اقدام کنید. معلوم نیست حالا این تغییرات بهتر یا بدتر بشه، ولی از همین حالا اگر منتظر هستید شروع کنید و مطمئن شید که با آقای جاشوا گلدستین تماس میگیرید. تلفن تماس 213 319 58 74 213 319 58 74. با مشاوره رایگان دفتر آقای جاشوا گلدستین در خدمت شماست. Thank you so much, Mr. Goldstein.
Thank you for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Great.